Mama? I'm sorry. My goodness, why the sudden change? I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand. Oh, Emily. I thought all you ever did was write those weird novels. That makes me a little sad. Papa said the job of the Justice Minister was complicated. Yes, your father's job is very, very complicated and difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right, I shouldn't treat you like a little girl anymore. You're growing up after all. And I promise to stop calling your novels weird and try to actually reading them. What? Oh, yeah, I think they're probably a little bit too old for you, Emily. Oh, okay. So Emily, if you're feeling a little bit more charitable towards your old mama, do you think you can let me down now? You know, I would love to do that, but I'm just feeling too dizzy and sick right now. Aww. And she fainted once again. Tonight, on the holiest of all nights, my deadline. It looks like the only thing pressing on me will be this chandelier. Here is to Papa and Mama's darling angel. Wow. What a really, really, really weird situation that turned out okay in the end. All of a sudden, everybody is getting along again. It's such an abrupt change, I can't understand it. Is this what family is all about? In any case, the situation changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. I don't know where Camilla is, but at least now the Justice Minister's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office where everyone is waiting for the prison van. The minister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Camilla is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decided to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Yeah, like, even though we managed to prove that his daughter wasn't kidnapped, Camilla still is, and if he doesn't go through with the execution, then won't she be hurt? We're still in a really tough situation here. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever, quite unlike a father who has just learned his daughter is safe. He seems to still be in the depths of despair. I guess because now he's realized about the Camilla thing. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is gonna happen. Let's see. I just found out that my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for my daughter's sake, and for mine. No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing. You didn't do anything, Cavanella. But one question. I can't help but notice. Your daughter is safe. And yet you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us? Oh. Of course, there is still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. Okay, so while we were gone, I guess the Justice Minister filled Cabanella and Jad in what's going on. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister? You can see right through him. Please let me think in peace until the prison van arrives. Oh shit, trick time. What's going on, Justice Minister? Talk to us. Hello, Justice Minister. Your dream is back. How about you finally admit I do exist? That thank you I expressed. That was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you? No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. Yeah, we can only control objects. We've actually known, you know, for quite a while now. But I had no idea there were powers of the dead, of ghosts. Wait, so this is the common thing? We knew about the existence of somebody who could control others, a manipulator. What's this? Hey, Jowd's here too! That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jowd. Mr. Minister, why don't you tell us everything you know? Yeah, talk to us, man. You need to hear it all. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made. What the hell is this manipulator? There are some cases in this country right now that are under a top secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jowd. Right, they don't share too much top secret information with the inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common. They do they? Tell us more. There's that rock star. The rock singer who leaked the national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. There's the curry guy. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men had a motive for their crimes, and both of their crimes were impossible. Impossible? Yeah, didn't Jowd say his was impossible too? The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office, and the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative report to me on them. They concluded that these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition. But how could that be? The theory the unit came up with was that there was an existence of a manipulator. A manipulator, huh? I'm like turning down his voice, by the way, because it really does number up my throat. That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. Okay, that makes sense. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cabanela has been studying these cases. Oh, so that's what Cabanela has been up to, and that's what the Special Investigation Unit's all about. Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act, according to the Inspector. The first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that. My powers certainly don't work on living creatures. That's what I thought when I first heard the theory too. However, I was seriously mistaken. It proved to be a big mistake. What? What's it about? You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it? I suppose everybody here has the right to know. Alright, fine. I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Cabanela can hear this too. What is this? Maybe this is a mistake that his wife was talking about too. There's something I would like the two of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanela, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought. Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister. But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist, and I learned the truth of that firsthand. What's this? A month ago I signed the order to carry out Detective Jowd's execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition. Wait, what? I was being controlled. What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister. So somebody forced him to do it? What the hell? What's going on? This document, what am I doing? No, I mustn't sign it. Oh, and then it instantly goes out. Oh, I was gonna say, why doesn't he just rip it up? Wait, don't deliver that document. Oh, shit. That's when it started. That's when all my fear, despair, and suffering began. Yeah, because if that happened once, then it could probably happen again too. At that time, it didn't even cross my mind that I had been manipulated, and my memory of the event was only hazy at best. So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, eh? Signing execution orders is part of the minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. But the next day it dawned on me. I remember Inspector Cabanela's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a Minister of Justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, this nation's judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled. so in the end I couldn't admit to anybody what happened. I suppose, but it sounds like a bit of an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister. Yes, I know I should have. I was running away from the problem. Oh, there's his wife. And then my wife found out I was worried about something. Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen. Yeah. I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it. Okay, so she wanted people to know. If you don't withdraw that order and tell everybody the truth immediately, I'm moving out. And she took Emily with her too. And then with the kidnapping tonight. With it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. With all that, I'm not surprised this guy had the heart attack. This manipulator comes upon it from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody. So that's why I've been telling people to stay back. So there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain dust lamp, that's true. What I'm not fine with is the fact that this person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do. Apparently different ghosts get different ghost tricks. That's interesting. But I never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from. Where it comes from? Inspector Kavanaugh, this manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit. A spirit? As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now. What? What did you say? Zhao, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too. He certainly can. I'd say the only person who can hear him is you. Spirit, ghost, gods in heaven. Excuse me, Mr. Minister, I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision, sir. Alright, there he goes. Damn. Who's calling now? Is it Lynn? It is Lynn. This is Lynn. I'm at the park. We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence? Well, the situation here, it's kind of difficult to explain. Is she again in trouble? Cecil, if you're there, come to the park immediately. Alright, well, I guess we found our next destination. It looks like your help is needed, Cecil. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Trick time. Let's head over to the park then. Let's go! That would be under the park. Simple enough, let's do it. Ling calls and I oblige. I take off towards Temsic Park, the place where clearly something big is taking place. The manipulator. The person whose very existence sheds new light on everything. Detective Zhao's crime, the execution orders, and even my own death. Could it be? Could Lin have been manipulated into shooting me? Oh, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Because Lin did say that the entire event was really blurry to her, so maybe she was. So yeah, apparently there's another ghost going around. Wait, there's two ghosts going around now. Unless, maybe the manipulator saved Camilla. Well, I guess why would they do that? So thank you guys for watching today, hope you enjoyed, and next time we'll go to Temsic Park and see what's going on. So I'll see you guys then.